Are we here? Okay. It is a very windy day and I have my back door open because my dog is outside. She's a bit sick today, so she likes to linger outside. And I thought that was her, but it was the wind pushing the door open. Okay. Hey, I'm Karen. Welcome to Cosy. This is my very first video here as Cosy. I started this channel a few years ago as an ASMR channel. I posted a few videos. Now a few of them are hidden. I think the only one still live is a potions video, Harry Potter themed, which is also what today is. And the channel was under a new name. So if you subscribed then, I got like 20 subscribers during that time. So thank you. And if you're still here, this is what used to be Honey Badger ASMR, but now it's Cosy. And I'm going to use this channel as just an outlet for anything I want. So we're going to be playing games here. I just reopened my Sims after like a whole year. Animal Crossing is something I'm doing right now, but today we're doing some meditations with this really cool Harry Potter meditation card kit that I got. This is how the cover looked. This is the book that comes with it. I have a candle lit. I'm not organized at all for this today. I bought new equipment and everything just for this channel because I wanted it to feel really cozy and ASMR-y. But I just, you know, it goes to show you don't really need new things to start what you want to start, because I haven't had the time to actually set the things up and take the time. Like, it's just been a very busy period of life, and I'm hoping Cosy can serve as a space for me to calm down, and also you as well. If you need a space to just be you and to exist, purely to exist, because it's what you were put here to do, exist, then this is the place. So subscribe, and let's start the meditations for today. Okay, so I briefly looked over these cards. There's a lot of thumping. I don't know if you hear. I live in a very old neighborhood, so everything is always under construction. If it's not my house, it's my neighbor's house. It's 2 houses down. But I haven't really gone through these cards, but I do know that they come in 8 sections, and I don't have a second camera set up, so I can't really show you how I'm going to lay them out. I'm not going to shuffle them. I kind of rearranged them a bit last night, but just to make sure they were all organized by the section. So because it is daytime, you may be watching this at night, but I'm watching it in the, I'm doing this in the day, and I don't want anything too deep. Not too deep, just because I do have a busy day. So I'm gonna pick some lighter cards, but I'm gonna do this. This will just be, I haven't thought of the series name yet, but maybe like Harry Potter meditations or Hogwarts meditations, just to finish these cards out, because they have a lot of cool cards. I was searching through last night, and you know, they can get you thinking, even though they tie them back to Harry Potter, and the book does a really good job of tying it back to the series. But we're not going to go through the book today, but it does offer some really fun behind the scenes insight on what the actors were thinking for different parts of the movie, or what the character was going through and how the actor portrayed it. And it's really fun, so we'll read through it one day, but not today. Today I'm just going to pick. There are 8 categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 categories. I don't know if you can tell the different colors. And I'm just going to pick 2 cards from each category. Keep this within like 20 minutes. A 20-minute meditation. We're just going to ponder. We don't have to go into too many details. You can share what you want in the comments from the questions that I ask. But this is also really good for you to just do yourself, like just to reflect on where you are in life. So let's do that. But the one thing I do want you to put in the comments is your Hogwarts house. Tell me your house. I'm Hufflepuff. Okay, so the first section is identity. My dog is in, so let me go close the door before another one falls out of the house. Are you okay, Cece? Are you okay, Cece? Come here. Hey, boo boo. This is Cece. I don't think she wants to be up here, so I'm gonna let her go. She's my 16-year-old rat terrier. She has pancreatitis, and I think her tummy's a little upset today, but she wants to play a little bit right now. But I can't, not right now, not this very second, Cece, okay? Okay. She walked off. Okay, so We have identity, and these cards just help you identify, I guess, how you categorize yourself, your values and your beliefs, your personal growth, experiencing loss. These came in really handy for me today, just when I was looking through them earlier, so I hope they come in handy for someone else, just because I didn't want to go buy a grief batch of cards, but I'm glad that these kind of come well rounded, because it's been a very trying year for me. I've experienced a lot of loss over the past few years, and within loss we find ourselves, or a redirection. So it's always, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm just glad, just skimming through those, I saw some cards and I was like, we have Flights of Fancy. Not really sure what those are about. I didn't really go through all of the stacks. We have Relationships. We have Battling Our Fears. And we have Resistance. This one was interesting. It kind of plays into politics a bit. Let's start with Identity. That's a good place to start. So, I think these are the two cards I saw last night that I knew I wanted to do. So, there's a dog here bothering the heck out of me right now, and I can't get it off. On their first night at Hogwarts, first-year students are sorted into one of 4 houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. Each house embodies different qualities. Gryffindors are renowned for their courage and determination, Ravenclaws for their wit and wisdom, Hufflepuffs for their patience and loyalty, and Slytherins for their pride and ambition. If you could attend Hogwarts, which house do you think you would belong to and why? I took the, you know, when Pottermore first came out, I was in high school and my friend called me up and we did our quizzes together, and I got Hufflepuff and I just could cry. I was so upset because in my head I'd been Gryffindor for like 10 years, and she got Slytherin, which was spot on for her. And I'm like, you know what, actually I am very much so a Hufflepuff, and I think we're all a bit of everything, you know. No one belongs into a box or a house, but there are places you identify with more than others. And I was like, you know what, it's time to be honest with myself. I am a Hufflepuff. So if you're a Hufflepuff, leave me a bunch of yellow hearts. But regardless of your house, let me know in the comments. Okay, so this one is kind of what we were just talking about, how we're all a bit of everything. It is said that what least attracts us says as much about our identities as what most attracts us. Students at Hogwarts identify strongly with their particular house, but they also often have a house that they strongly don't identify with. For example, students in Slytherin and Gryffindor are known to be rivals. So, which Hogwarts house do you feel the least affinity with? What do you think that says about you? I can identify with all the houses, honestly. So, I mean, you may be able to too, but if you can't, maybe evaluate why, you know. I don't really vibe. I've always kind of had this dislike for Ravenclaws, but I honestly think it's just a representation within the books, and most of my friends are Ravenclaw or Slytherin, so I don't know. And maybe that's, you know, I don't know, because Hufflepuffs are loyal. Maybe that's why I'm able to tolerate Ravenclaws and Slytherin, because I really would think they're the most annoying. But actually everyone seems annoying outside of Hufflepuff. Not being biased, just representation in the movies, in the books. Okay, so that was identity. So let's do values and beliefs. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 10 cards per section. Honestly, I'm just gonna pick whatever two are on the bottom. If it's too deep, I'm gonna skip it because we don't need to get too deep, not just yet. Okay, Mirror of Erised is a gilt-edged full-length mirror inscribed with the legend Erised. Oh, it has it all backwards. I'll put it here. Discovered by Harry in an unused classroom in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, it shows the viewer, in Professor Dumbledore's words, the deepest and most desperate desires of our hearts. So, imagine you had the opportunity to look into the Mirror of Erised. What would you see, and what do you think it says about your deepest desires? I'm seeing a lot of things in there. I have a lot of desires, so. Okay, so Gilderoy Lockhart, the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, during Harry's second year at Hogwarts, is famous for his many astonishing achievements, though they're not actually his. He greatly enjoys his fame, actively seeking to promote himself at any opportunity. Harry, on the other hand, is famous for a tragic event in his infancy that he can't even remember. He would prefer if everyone would leave him alone. What are your thoughts on fame? Is it something you would choose to have or not? You know, that may have been something you saw in the Mirror of Erised. So, what do you think about fame? I think fame gets a bad name, you know. I personally don't see anything wrong with fame, just as long as you know who you are, you know. Don't lose yourself in the sauce. You hear a lot of celebrities or former celebrities talk about not selling their soul, and that's why they're not popular anymore. So, but you know, we choose what we want. What's that Doja Cat song? Well, she's like, I'd rather be famous instead. What is she saying? I think it's called Paint the Town Red. So, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with people wanting to be famous. I think people are made to feel guilty or like they're self-centered or vain or narcissistic if they want fame. But there's nothing wrong with fame. Good things can come from fame. Power comes with fame. So, do you hear that? Okay. All right. This one's fun. We've moved on to the relationships deck. Did I say that was the values and beliefs deck? I think I did. I'm just all over the place here. I think what I'm gonna need to start doing is wear headphones when I'm recording because there's so much going on in my house, and outside of my house, in my neighborhood. All right, the walls of Hogwarts Castle are lined with moving pictures. If you could have a moving portrait of anyone in your life, who would it be? Give them a call today, or if you're unable to speak with them directly, write them a letter. I would love a moving picture of my entire family, not just my immediate family, but my entire family. That's fun, actually. I might call everyone because there's been talk about a family reunion, and that might be fun to just have everybody in like a little GIF. That would be cute. Right. This one's kind of deep, but not too deep. Right. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Ron becomes jealous of Harry when he is chosen to be a champion in the Triwizard Tournament. Have you ever been jealous of a friend or loved one? How did that affect your relationship? Can you work to overcome those feelings? I have dog hairs. I'm sitting on the floor and I keep doing this because I have dog hairs just magically, they're just manifesting onto my face. I don't, all right. Look, they have a random Z in there. Right there. That's weird, right? Typo. But yeah, Have you ever been jealous of a friend or a loved one? I don't think I've ever experienced jealousy in the way Ron did. Like, I've never really been jealous. I can say that truthfully. My sister has always had, there's a dog. Hold on, there's like a dog here taunting me. My sister has always naturally had healthy, thick hair. My hair, I have to actually pay attention to it. Like, I have to take care of my hair. My sister can just wear a hat. Her hair will never see sunlight, never feel moisture, and it'll be just fine. But I have to actually take time in my hair. And growing up, I was a bit jealous of that. But I've never really just been jealous of a person. So, but if you have, that's okay. Maybe evaluate why, and you know, what effects did it have on you and that relationship? Because this just asks what effects did it have on the relationship, but it matters what effect it had on you too. Because sometimes we're jealous and we don't like that we're jealous, you know, like we feel that guilt from jealousy. But yeah, it wasn't too deep. Okay, let's see. Personal growth. Let's go with personal growth. All right. Working hard is important, but there is something that matters even more. Believing in yourself. And that's from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And Harry said that. I don't remember that, but good. We all struggle from time to time to believe in our own value and capabilities. Sometimes it's important to remind ourselves of how far we've come. Make a list of 10 accomplishments, big or small, that you've achieved in your life. Read through it the next time you're struggling to believe in yourself as a reminder of just how strong and capable you really are. That's nice. I actually do this with like sometimes I'll write down, you know, what I'm grateful for, but also, you know, my biggest accomplishments in life and in my career. The two stand separately. But also when people compliment me, especially if it's like a written form, so like if it's a comment or if it's a, you know, a conversation, a text, or, you know, at work, a Slack message, I would screenshot those and I keep them all in a folder. So the next time I'm having a bad day, I'm like, look, people like me, people see me. Because sometimes we get caught up and we're like, oh, I'm not successful. Oh, you know, people don't see my worth, my value. I feel invisible. But it's like, no, sometimes it's just you in your head in that moment. And having those comments really helps you to think clearly and logically and realize that sometimes we're just being emotional. Okay. This one's a good one. It's about Neville. When Neville Longbottom first arrives at Hogwarts, he is a shy, forgetful boy who struggles with his magic. By the end of the final film, he is a hero who courageously fights in the Battle of Hogwarts and kills Nagini, one of Voldemort's last Horcruxes, with the Sword of Gryffindor. How does Neville's story inspire you along your own journey? Neville is the best character in the series. An inspiration to us all. I totally forgot about how he used to be super, just like incredibly just like, why is he in Gryffindor? And that's just really nice, huh? See, that's another thing. You know how full of doubt Neville was? And he really didn't feel like he had friends. Like, people always saw Neville. He may have felt invisible, but we always saw Neville. Like, his name would come up. He would always be in the background. And I mean, I can only imagine how he felt in his head. Maybe like he didn't belong, like maybe he wasn't good enough, or like people don't see his worth, because a lot of them didn't, honestly, because he was quiet and shy and he didn't really have it together on the outside, but he made it into Gryffindor. The Sorting Hat doesn't lie. So but then when we see his growth throughout the years and how he helped Harry survive the Triwizard Tournament, the water scene where they had to rescue someone from the mermaids. If you hear water sounds, my little chihuahua's in the background. So yeah, I mean, Neville was always the hero. Hold on. Neville was always the hero. Even in the first movie, when Gryffindor tied to Slytherin and Dumbledore gave those last few points for Neville standing up to his friends, he got Harry Potter. I mean, Gryffindor, he got the House Cup. What is it called? I haven't watched or read Harry Potter in a while, like really into it. But yeah, Gryffindor, all of the flags changed to Gryffindor at the end of that book. So yeah, Neville can teach us a lot. He really has been the star the whole time, huh? The underdog. Okay, we have 4 more left. I just got makeup from scratching my face on this card. Okay, Hedwig is Harry's beloved pet, snowy owl, given to him by Hagrid on his 11th birthday. Hedwig is Harry's constant companion through the first 6 films in the series. Why do they have to say that? I really hate that Hedwig died. Like, why? That's a whole nother conversation that we can have. But all of the unnecessary deaths in Harry Potter, I tell you. Alright. Hedwig provides comfort, help, and friendship through some of Harry's darkest times, as our animals usually do. So, do you have a special animal companion that has brought you comfort during difficult moments? I was just talking to my dog Max this morning about... He was just sitting there staring at me like, what do you want, lady? But I was just, I don't know, something just made me say to him, like, do you know how much you've helped me? I think it was because we both got up early and we were the only 2. He's my first dog. And I was like, do you remember when it was just us, Max? And he turned his head and I was like, you know, we've been through a lot together. Like, Max has helped me through a lot. I first met Max when I was conditioning for the soccer team and I didn't make it. I met Max like the next day. I was just boo-hooing and I was just so sad. And yeah, I met Max and totally forgot about the soccer team. Max has been there through it, you know. Like yeah, I got him when I was 15 and I'm about to turn 31. So he's been there. He's been there. You know, he's been here. Okay, this one's pretty long. That's a really long card. That's a lot of words on there. Okay. Okay, this is experiencing loss. That's why they put Hedwig in here, because of the loss. Alright, so the second brother journeyed to his home where he took the stone and turned it thrice in hand. To his delight, the girl he'd once hoped to marry before her untimely death appeared before him. Yet soon she turned sad and cold, for she did not belong in the mortal world. This is Hermione reading from Tales of Beedle the Bard in Deathly Hallows. Alright, so the tale of the 3 brothers from the Tales of Beedle the Bard, a book bequeathed to Hermione Granger by Dumbledore, reminds us about the importance of letting go of those we've lost. Do something small to honor the memory of a person you've lost. Place flowers on a memorial or cook a favorite dish. Light a candle for them. The important thing is to celebrate their life instead of focusing on the pain of their death. And I don't know if everyone here has experienced loss by death. So you can also, if you've watched Only Murders in the Building, I can't think of the character's name, but Steve Martin, his former stepdaughter, he would cook her favorite meal every morning because he was still grieving the loss of that relationship and his divorce. So, you know, you can mourn the living, you can grieve relationships that have ended. It's not all about death. And you can do those rituals of lighting a candle or cooking a meal or praying or speaking to them even if they're not present if you don't have the courage yet to say what you need to say to them, or if you don't want to say it to them, you don't need to say it to them, but you need to say it to the universe, to the air, then do that, you know. Those cards kind of hit me a little bit. That made me a little sad, actually, because I thought about the last few movies and how they were just filled with death and loss, and I don't even really watch those movies or read those books anymore. Like I stopped in like the first half of Goblet of Fire if I'm reading. In the movies too, I don't even start Goblet of Fire. To me, Harry Potter ends at the Prison of Azkaban, because that was honestly the end of happiness. Like, I love Goblet of Fire. It's such a good movie. But, you know, my boy dies. So, so I don't really like watching it because it's sad to see that. This is Battling Our Fears. Obliviate is a powerful spell used in the Harry Potter films to erase memories. If you could use Obliviate to erase any one memory from your mind, what would it be? Because that isn't an option in real life, can you find another way to make peace with that memory? Honestly, don't want to erase any of my memories, so I don't like all of them, but I've never wanted to. I think when I was younger, I wanted to erase some memories, but I think I faced that you can't. So yeah, can you find another way to make peace with that memory? I think that's the goal, to just make peace with the things we can't change. The serenity prayer, you know. The Patronus charm is a highly advanced spell that conjures a protective shield in the form of a silvery shimmering animal that repels dementors. The charm works by concentrating on the most happy memory the person can think of. For Harry, this is a memory of his parents talking to him as a baby. What memory would you use to conjure your Patronus? Spend some time reflecting on this, and the next time you're feeling scared or anxious, try meditating on this memory to protect yourself against harmful thoughts and worries. I love that. All of the symbolism in Harry Potter, huh? When I took the Harry Potter quiz, I can't remember what it said my Patronus was going to be, but I had to Google the animal. It was some weird sea creature. But honestly, my Patronus would be a dog. So, all right, so this is Flights of Fancy. The Room of Requirement. I was so into this room when I first read about it. I was like, oh my gosh, this place, I need it to exist. The Room of Requirement is a special room in Hogwarts that only appears when a person has great need of it. It has a different appearance depending on the situation, changing to meet the searcher's particular needs. Harry and his friends use it in Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix to hold clandestine? Whoa, that's a big word. Okay. Clandestine? Okay. Harry and his friends use it in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix to hold clandestine Dumbledore's army meetings. It also appears frequently as a place to hide things, and Harry eventually finds Ravenclaw's diadem, one of Voldemort's Horcruxes, there. All right. Imagine if you could step into the Room of Requirement right at this moment. What would it become for you? There's a dog walking behind the camera. That's fun. That's a fun one to think about. What would the Room of Requirement become for you? That's fun to just think about. I feel like a teenager when I really get back into Harry Potter, because Harry Potter, I got really into Harry Potter at the end of 5th grade. That's when these dog hairs are just stuck to my face every day. That's why I keep touching them. But I got really into them at the end of 5th grade, because I remember when I first watched Harry Potter, I think I was in kindergarten. And I was like, wow, you know, I don't think it was really popular in the US. Not as popular as it was in the UK, maybe, because they were actually having casting calls and everything, but I don't know. But I don't remember it being a big deal in my early childhood until Prison of Azkaban came out, and I was in 5th grade when all the promo for that, and I think that's the movie, well, that is the movie that had the most promo, and that's when Order of the Phoenix was coming out. So that was my first book, and it's just, I don't know, it came at the right time in my life. I'm sure everybody thinks that, but yeah, and it just like guided me through my teen years. So love it. Actually, the last movie premiered my 18th summer, so it was like a closing the chapter on childhood. That's what it felt like. Like I went with my, I think I had like college orientation, then that next weekend the last movie came out. I was just in tears, girl, because I was like, childhood is over. Polyjuice Potion is a highly advanced potion that enables the drinker to take on the appearance of someone else. It is used several times throughout the films. Harry and Ron use it to become Crabbe and Goyle and infiltrate the Slytherin common room in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And Hermione uses it to take on the appearance of Bellatrix Lestrange and break into Gringotts and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. If you could take Polyjuice Potion, who would you turn into? What would that person or their life, what about that person or their life would you like to experience? If you could take Polyjuice Potion, who would you turn into? And what about that person or their life would you like to experience? I wonder what's it like to be Beyonce or Robert Pattinson or my dog. I would love to turn into my dog for a day. I would love, wait, would he become me? Wait, how does Polyjuice, no, okay. Polyjuice Potion, you're not switching places, you're becoming the person. Okay. I would love to be my dog for a day. That seems fun. Or any dog, really, just to see. I think it'd be great if we could switch places with animals, just to see how they feel. I think the world would be more balanced, actually, because we respect them a lot more. Not our animals, like our pets, but I mean animals in general. Wildlife, cattle, you know, the things we use and abuse. We have 2 more. Battling our fears and resistance. Which one? Resistance seems like it's going to be boring. Battling our fears. The boggart is a creature that takes on the appearance of the thing a person fears the most. Fortunately, they can be defeated by a simple spell. Ridiculous. Which will force the boggart to turn into something the wizard finds amusing instead. What would your boggart be? What shape would you force it to turn into if you could cast a ridiculous spell? I can't really think of anything I just particularly fear, so. I thought it was interesting that no one, well, I mean, it's a children's book. It's just a really dark children's series, Harry Potter. But like, I thought it was interesting that no one's fear was like seeing someone they love dead. Unless I was in the books and I just can't remember. But, or themselves dead. But I can't think of anything that my boggart would turn into. Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it. This is Dumbledore in the Deathly Hallows. Words matter, because they do. Do you have a particular quote or personal mantra you use to get you through difficult times? If not, spend some time today thinking about it and see if anything comes to you. It could be a great comfort or a help the next time you need it. have sort of a mantra I've been saying lately. I have a gratitude journal, and in it we have to write our affirmation of the day. And I'm noticing I've been writing the same thing, just maybe in a different order. It's not the exact same words, but it's the same message. And I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Like how we, you really do start believing things and responding in certain ways when you repeat things. So they do work. So find a mantra or affirmation that's going to really be useful to you in this moment in your life. And so the last one is resistance, the last batch. Resistance. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Hagrid experiences prejudice as a result of his half-giant heritage. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident. The wizarding world as a whole struggles with prejudice, both against muggles and muggle-born wizards. Have you ever experienced prejudice in your life or witnessed it? Today, take an action, big or small, to combat prejudice in the world. This is about honoring the spirit of Dobby. Dobby has no master. Dobby is a free elf, and Dobby has come to save Harry Potter and his friends. This is Dobby in the Deathly Hallows. Dobby is a house elf in service to the Malfoy family. Despite the horrible consequences, Dobby leaves Malfoy Manor multiple times throughout Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets to warn Harry against danger at Hogwarts. Later, in Deathly Hallows, Dobby once again risks it all to help Harry, returning to the home of his former masters and ultimately giving his life to save his friends. Dobby is kind and brave, a true hero who resists the traditional enslavement of his species and fights for his freedom and his friends. What can you do today to honor the spirit of Dobby? I like that one. That was a nice note to end on, huh? Wow. Dobby was really selfless. And I think just watching the movies, he kind of feels like an annoyance. Or maybe it's because of his tone, like his voice. Maybe we view him as weak, or maybe it's because of the way Harry treats him actually. But he really is that guy, huh? He risked it all, like throughout the series. He really was resisting. That's amazing. Like I never really thought about Dobby in that way. But yeah, I mean, other than him just being a friend who really loved his friends, but it was really deeper than that, because he saw Harry as kind of a savior, like his friend. Like, you can really make this change. Like, you can really make things different for my people. And so maybe that's why he went so hard for Harry. But that's nice. What can we do to honor the spirit of Dobby? Of not being a bystander, of not picking a side, because a lot of people, I think, straddle, or they'll be like, I don't support these bad things, but I'm not going to really say anything about it, but I'm not going to harm. And it's like, when you're not standing up against something, you're part of the harm happening. So that's a really fun message. That's kind of deep, and we didn't want anything to get too deep, but these cards are kind of, they get you thinking, they get you meditating. But this was fun. This was fun. I'm gonna list all of the meditations below as a way for you to just really look at them later and write them down if you really want to get that deep and like look into it. And also a way to keep track, because I really do want to get through all of these cards on this channel. But this has been so fun. I really hope you stick around. I'm really excited to finally get this channel going. I've been just trying to figure out where to start, and then today was just like, just start. So that's what I'm doing. I wore these eggs. I had a really cute button up earlier, but it's kind of chilly outside, so I threw on a sweater. But these eggs, I bought them, well, they're not eggs, they're earrings, but let me show you. They reminded me of the egg in Goblet of Fire. I just thought they were really cute, so I bought them. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be like Easter themed, because Easter is next week. Easter is a really big theme in the Harry Potter series too, and I think it's Azkaban. I'll have to check to see, because that might be a really fun thing to think about. And this channel isn't about Harry Potter, but Harry Potter has been a big part of my life, as many people, but so that theme will come up frequently. But this is really just my channel of expression, so I really hope you stay. I hope you enjoyed today's video and these meditations. The actual like questions will be in the comments section. Don't forget to leave your house and leave me a bunch of yellow and golden hearts if you're a Hufflepuff. You can leave me red, blue, or green hearts if you're not Hufflepuff, but you know, all my Hufflepuffs, you know, leave me a lot of yellow hearts. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to get this channel started. I'm so happy to be here with you and just to build a community of coziness and just joy in life. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.